Well, I made it out here, and I'm sure I've said this before, but even though this is the closest pull that I film to home, it's actually one of the trickiest. One being the seating. They usually have a couple pairs of bleachers for the fans down here, which is great. The problem is they have these trailers and stuff. Like right here would probably be ideal for me to be able to see this inside track and the starting line. Although Chad will be up there tonight, so that won't be as big of an issue. But where I'm at here pulls me up closer to the announcer stand. So as you can see, I kind of lose that angle just a little bit. I don't want to block this, and I don't want to block these folks. So I'm hoping they can kind of see over me. But we'll make it work. Been doing this a lot of years out here. It's always worked out. Another issue is all the lights are all up there, so the fans have a good, you know, lighted side of, you know, that lights up the action. But out here, there is no lights. There's no lights that point that way, so that makes it kind of tricky filming the shadow side of the vehicle. You know, usually there's some ambient light from the pits and stuff, and they have all the backstretch lights lit up, and we make it work. But you know, it would be nice if there was a little bit more light over on this side, but it is what it is. Looks like they got her looking good out there. Not really sure where 300 is. It's another thing here is there's no set, you know, starting line. I mean, I've seen 300 here, I've seen 300 out there, you know. So like I said, from where I'm at, I would probably, if I was right down against this pole, would be just about ideal, but there's just not quite enough room, you know, to get the truck in there. So I'll make it work. Pretty quiet place this time of day. It's only like 1:30, so. This stage makes a pretty good place for people to sit and watch. Nice up close view of the action. All right, well, we are on the track. Got the disc behind us, got Daryl Hendricks here. Daryl, what do you look for when you go to prepare a pulling track?
What I like to see is uniform in the dirt, the color. I mean, this morning when we started, this thing was about the driest and hardest I've seen this track, and I've been messing with it for 36 years. Yeah. So we're just keep working water in it, and you know, you get it to where it looks the same across there, and then we'll seal it off and get ready to give the people a heck of a show tonight. And you were telling me you think this is his 3rd trip with the water truck. No, this is his 5th trip with the water truck, and that's 3,000 gallons of time. So he's put, when he's done with that load, he will put 15,000 gallons on here, and he may put some more on it. Looking good to me. I don't know what I'm looking at other than dirt, but it's come a long way since 9 o'clock this morning. It probably looked about like it up there. It looks like that up there. Yep. So you can clearly see a big difference there. Yeah. But, and you know, we're trying to get water in it and get it down for later tonight. Yep. You know. Yep. Well, and that's, to me, that's better than having to scrape off. And this, I know this event, this facility, it seems like is always plagued with weather issues, and it seems like I've seen the grader out here about as many times as I've seen the disc. So yeah, we'll definitely take this. When Sedalia is mentioned for a pull, somewhere along the line, it's going to there's going to be at least a threat. Yeah. We were just talking, I looked at the radar before I headed out here, and there was some rain in southern Missouri, but it's showing that it's just going to fizzle out, and then it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But shoot, if it, you know, if it's gonna rain tomorrow, that's fine with me. We'll get all this in, and it can rain all at once.
I'll be home in my recliner.
That's right. That's right. So, well, Daryl, thanks for giving us a little rundown there on
not a problem.
On what it takes. So
glad you're out here videoing, letting people see that can't come out.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. So, all right.
Yeah, so Daryl was telling me off of camera there that he's been in Sedalia since about 7:30 this morning. So he said he's been out here, you know, working the track most of the day. So, you know, just trying to show the stuff that doesn't get seen by the general public. There's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of hours, months of planning. You know, I'm kind of just focusing on the track prep, you know, for now. But there's a lot of people behind the scenes, you know, who plan all year long. Pretty much, I'd say it probably starts as soon as the pool ends, you know, for the following year. So a lot going on, and you know, for the general public that just shows up at 6 o'clock and sits up there with their family, they don't see a lot of this prep that happens, you know. So it takes a lot of people, it takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication. So mounting a GoPro here in the old Grizz, and that's what you call some redneck ingenuity. Gotta do what you gotta do. All right, about 5:30, hour and a half, and I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I always end up busier than I anticipate, but that's all right. Getting it done. All right, well, I haven't been doing a very good job of vlogging. I've been very busy, imagine that. Seems like I always get busier than I anticipate being, but we are underway. Pretty decent crowd, it looks like. Already had an issue. I forgot to plug my phone in, and it went dead during the live stream. Rookie mistake. You think I'd know by now, but that's how it goes. But hey, so far been a great night. You know, like I said, there's a pretty good crowd up there. That's always good to see for the Dream Factory. So yeah, just gonna keep chugging along here and doing what we do. So
this tractor used to be owned by Justin Tumps. This tractor, beautiful McCormick, it's called Set on Kill.
Man, what a night. There is quite a bit of stuff here tonight. Going live right now for the Pro Stock trucks. Just a second. Overall, been a decent night. Like I mentioned earlier, I had the little miscue of, you know, not plugging in my phone. I knew it was running low. I've been using it all afternoon. Rookie mistake. And so that kind of cut off that Pro Street video, but got everything hooked up, you know. Got about like 83 viewers on the live stream. So, you know, big timing out here. No, I'm just kidding. You know, yeah, just having fun. Like I said, hometown pool for me basically, and good weather for once for Sedalia, which doesn't happen very often, seems like. So, but overall, hey, loving it, loving this pool in life. So
go find her, collect your phone. You're lucky I didn't get the phone because I'd be doing selfies and recording things, and I'm just saying. All right, Jerry Wallander out of Garden City, Missouri. Gorgeous Chevrolet backing up. It's called Shock and Awe. Got that Driscoll bullet going. See if he gets up top, 312 and 29.
all right, well, it's been a marathon of Pro Stock trucks here. There was 29 trucks here total in the Pro Stock class. 3 of them were exhibition, but still, I don't know how long it's been a long class, and my phone's been tied up with the live stream. So down to the last hook of them, so I need to catch up on anybody who's messaged me during this. But man, what a great night. Great event. I think it was a big success. Still a lot of people hanging around up there.
Backing up first though here on pit side.
And, quite a few people down here on the pit side. Good to see. I mean, we had a lot of, you know, good amount of iron. I don't know how many hooks. I didn't count them up, but you know, very, very good, very solid show here, and just can't say enough good things. You know, love it for the Dream Factory. I love it for Sedalia. You know, being my hometown, I really want this event to thrive. I've been coming here a lot of years, you know, ever since I was a kid, and so yeah, just great to be a part of it. Thank you everybody involved in putting this on. You guys do a phenomenal job. I got to meet some of you all earlier, shake some hands and say hey, and you know, I try to put out a little commercial, and I just try to plug you know, this event. I mean, I try to do that for a lot of events really, but you know, especially this one. You know, Dream Factory organization is a very, very good organization. I've known a lot of people that have went through them to help fill their dreams. You know, these folks that are on hard times. You know, and so it's good to see, you know, some of the Dream Factory folks up here and some of the kids, and you know, just everybody. You know, I've had a lot of people come up tonight, hey, thanks for video and thanks for what you do, and that always makes us feel good. But you know, if what we're doing helps put people in those stands, then that's the success for me. So glad to see that. But thank you everybody involved with the Dream Factory poll, you know, everybody behind the scenes as always. And I'm gonna sign off for the night, you know, and I'll see you all next week in Lamont. Hopefully we'll have a good turnout for that one as well. Actually, next week is a big big day for me. I'm going to Bigfoot Open House and then Lamont. So
spooling it up, here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy day.
Let's say cheap trick. That's how you start a class off right there, 325.98, 325.98.
But yeah, like I said, just thank you everybody involved. Thanks for watching these videos. Thanks for all your support for me and us. And you know, we got Chad down here tonight, and you know, it's just I know it's, you know, this footage is going to be awesome because he's here and he brings it to a whole nother level. So yeah, man, gonna sign off. Thanks again, and we'll see y'all next week in Lamont.